you, though, that you're kind of one of the last remaining traditional sitcoms?
I mean, I don't know. We've gone 6 years. We don't know what our future holds. You know, I mean, we'll air the rest of our shows at the end of March and see what happens. If we keep going, great. You know, and if we don't, you know, that's the end. What are you gonna do? We had a good run. So, I think if we were year 1 or 2, I could probably answer that question a little bit better. But right now, we're sort of, you know, headed for the barn a little bit.
Well, and the other thing about it is it hasn't really affected. We've been so consistent in our ratings, and our audience is really kind of always there for us. So, I mean, as far as it seems to be more about other matters than it does about kind of the popularity or how our show is doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people get sick of the same thing. I mean, the executives, it's not even about the show doing well. I think at this point it's like, well, okay, we love you guys, but we need some new flavor. You know, we've seen you guys for 6 years. You're doing great, but let's turn it over a little bit. Let's see something new.
If that does happen, where do you guys want to go? I mean, do you want to do a drama now, or?
I had always pretty much done dramas, so I kind of was in the same boat with Ollie. The only fortunate thing for me before Rules is I had done a sitcom on UPN called Rock Me Baby, so I had a year under my belt.
Show.
But at least a little practice coming into this. It's funny though, because you go in to audition or meet for, you know, drama projects, and I find myself like, oh my God, I'm so big now. Like, it's for how many years you've been kind of doing this over the top thing. I would love to do something dramatic just to change it up, I think. And you know, as cushy and amazing as our life is on a set, you know, I miss being on location. I miss you know, the view changing every day. So that would be something I would be interested in.
I just want to work. Just give me a job, you know. I've got the 2 kids and the house, and, you know, just an income would be nice. But no, I mean, you do have these ideas of what you want to do, and location is great, but it's scary for me. The great thing about this gig is I've literally had 2 children in the span of Rules of Engagement. I've been at home. It's been the greatest schedule of all time. I get to be a dad, a husband, and my next job, if it's in television, if it takes me to New York or something, I mean, I can't be away for that long. So I don't know. I mean, I just sort of play it by ear. We'll see what happens. Huh?
You get to golf with Patrick.
That's right. I get to golf. You know, life has been good for 6 years. It's been very, very good.
It really has.
You know, of course, you want to play something opposite of what you're doing. You know, especially me now. I mean, I went from sort of glasses half full type of character to, you know, borderline moronic over the span of 6 years. So, as fun as it's been, and I'd love to do it for another year, it's going to be nice to maybe do something a little less idiotic, I guess.
We laugh because we originally met on the last season of Dawson's Creek, where we were both recurring, and Ollie was this really suave, cool character, and like sometimes we look at each other on the set, and she's like, "What happened to you?"
Yeah, but it's been good.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you kind of want to stick with TV, but is there any aspirations to work in film?
I would love to work
Maybe
in film.
do something with your sister?
Yeah, hey, she'll have me. She just did a movie. She just did a cool movie. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Again, it's about opportunity at this point as an actor. 5 years ago, there was a lot more content. You know, the business has changed, the economy's changed. Roles that I normally would be able to sort of do or have an opportunity to do don't really exist much anymore, because there's not as much content, and you have bigger actors sort of descending on the roles that I might have had a chance at, you know. So you just have to pick and choose and get lucky and find, you know, she did a cool role in a smaller movie, you know. I mean, you just have to work your way up the ladder.
You also have to
business.
Believe Oliver. I always tell him this. He has to put the positivity out there.
She's constantly trying to, you know, explain to me how good you are and you have potential and you need to believe in yourself. And then she's also like, and you need to be a rock star. I'm like,
He's
"You
such
can
an
sing."
amazing
And
musician.
She goes, what do you really love to do? Do you love to sing? I'm like, I like to sing. You need to get a guitar and you need to learn to sing, and you're missing your calling. I'm like, Bianca, I'm doing fine right here. I'm making good money. I'm on a show. We're having a good time. She goes, yes, but are you having fun with your life? I'm like, Jesus, I'll be in my dressing room.
I just want everyone to fulfill their dream. That's all.
So what about a guest spot on Glee or
Yeah, that would be
Smash.
awesome.
Go for Smash.
That's what you should do.
No. I don't want to be on Glee. I haven't even seen Smash. How is it?
So good.
Is it?
I want to watch it. Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
Yeah. It looks cool. Didn't see it.
No one's watching.
I know, right? I thought it was going to be all right. I thought it was going to be big.
I know.
I wonder why.
10 o'clock on Monday.
10 o'clock on a Monday. After The Voice, though, right?
Yeah.
I watched The Voice.
Oh man.
And American Idol.
You have to go to bed early so the 10 o'clock shows.
That's right. That's right.
So what is coming up for your characters when the shows return?
Jesus, what happens to us?
Well, I mean, I'd imagine that it's our last year. I think we're all out of contract after this.
Are you
final
saying
season.
you're saying in these next
No,
8 episodes?
yeah, in the next
Oh, the
episodes
next
that we
eight.
haven't seen, because we haven't seen them. So
Jesus.
Gosh,
Oh my God.
I get a little naked. That's the only one I remember because it was like imprinted horrifically in my mind.
Which one is that?
The one where I give you the little lingerie bend over.
Oh yeah, that's a whole wardrobe situation.
what is the context? What is that like?
What is the episode about? Oh my God, it's been.
They all blend into
yeah,
one.
it's
I
so
honestly
weird
don't
how
know.
you.
Jeff does a scavenger hunt for Audrey, and then David Spade tries to find the tape.
David Spade.
A tape, like a
tape of
sex tape,
A
or
sex
I was
tape?
like,
A sex
oh
tape?
really? I was kidding.
Of
oh.
Bianca.
Oh.
Oh yes, remember? He thinks he's seen, and it's me.
Oh yeah, on the internet.
Yeah, on the internet with an old boyfriend.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't remember. And we decide that we're no, that was like the first season. I don't know. To be honest with you, it really we forget after the week that we.
Who knows? All I know is that she was going in for numerous wardrobe, sessions to get the lingerie right, and she needed full coverage.
Well, I was gonna ask what your favorite moment coming up is, but if they're all blending.
Honestly, usually my favorite moment is the rap party where we get to watch our outtakes. We didn't get it this year, did we? Did we have outtakes this year?
No.
It's always so sad because at the end of the year we have a rap party and then they show a video of all of our outtakes and mess ups and whatever, and it's like as you're going out the door you're reminded of how much fun we have, and then you're like, oh shoot, well I hope we get another year to do it.
I know.
And we do have a really good time, as boring and cliched as that sounds.
I honestly don't know. I mean, the great thing about our show though is the people. I mean, we've had fun doing the work, of course, but we all sit together and have lunch after 6 years every day on set and laugh and bullshit and have fun. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, we look forward to going to work because of that. The work is fine. It's fun. We've been doing it. It's natural now. But just to come and see everyone and hear stories and it's just fun. It's a great time.
If you could decide how to end a show, how would you want it to end?
We've talked about this. I think
night.
all 6 or 7, almost 7 years of the show, we've talked about some sort of crazy dream sequence where everyone switches partners. We thought that would be fun. I mean, we all get to work with each other, but obviously, Ollie and I will have scenes together more than he and Megan will, and so we get excited when we get to have interaction with each other, so we thought the ultimate going out would be everyone gets to swap partners.
So who ends up with Spade?
Yeah, we haven't worked that one out.
Maybe.
There you go.
That's when.
I mean, it will probably, if we get another 13, hopefully there'll be a wedding of some kind.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that will be crazy, however they choose to write that.
Oh, that's right. You guys aren't married yet.
No. Maybe I'll come out of the closet because it seems like I should at this point. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Audrey and Jeff have a surrogate, so there might be a baby. There's good stuff to wrap up the show if they want to, which I think hopefully they will. Hopefully they'll give us another 13 to wrap it up. That would be my dream situation with the series as a whole, and my experience with it is to have 13 more episodes, wrap us up. We know it's coming. We know it's the end. We get to 100 after 13 more.
Get to say a proper goodbye to each other.
And it's just sort of perfect, So hopefully that's what goes on.
So it sounds like it's really kind of a blur in terms of the differences between one episode and another, just from the way that you're talking about it.
Entirely.
I'm wondering if you find that the fans know the show better than you.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Completely.
Without a doubt.
The oddest experience at the grocery store the other day was like, you remember that? It was like season 1. You remember that episode where you did this? And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I think he watched them a lot.
I saw a guy in the Palm Desert last week who said, and he was a little creepy, and he comes up to me, he's like, hey, I've sat in every show in the audience, every one for 6 years.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, and I was like, great. Congrats. Yeah, thank you. Now let me go. I'm scared. But yeah, they definitely know the show better than we do,
So if you were to do music, what kind of music would you want to do?
Oh man, you and Bianca, huh? Oh God, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I just started taking piano lessons at the age of 35 years old. I have no idea. I couldn't even answer that question. I like to sing. I like to have fun. I sing to my kids. I sing as a joke. I sing just for fun. I mean, it makes me feel good. And that's what she always says. Does it make you feel good? No, I feel good when I sing. Does acting make you feel the same way? I'm like, it's different. She goes, well, singing makes you feel better. I'm like, a little bit. See, you're not pursuing your dream.
You have 2 minutes left.
Wow, that was like a buzzkill. The energy just got sucked out.
You guys have been sort of like the Jeremy Lin of bench sitcoms, right? They put you on the bench and
Yeah.
they bring you out and you do well every time.
Yeah.
Is it sort of
He's a starter now, though.
right? I mean, is it sort of? Do you feel like underdogs come in every time, or is it sort of like you laugh and go, "I told you so, CBS, and put us on in the fall"?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I mean, I think we for sure felt like underdogs. That's how I've always said. Sort of a similar analogy is where you're a utility player in baseball. I mean, we can play any position.
Yeah.
So when someone gets hurt or they need us, they'll just throw us in, which is nice in a way. I mean, it's kept us on the air. But at the same time, we've also felt like we've proven that we deserve a time
Right, you're like, when is
in the
it
fall.
gonna be enough?
Yeah, and we did last year. We had our first full season, and we did pretty well. But it all.
You did better than Bleak, my dad.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit. But you gotta look at it a 1,000 different ways, because we're so fortunate to even have a show on the air, number 1, and to have a show go for 5 years, number 2, and to already be syndicated, number 3. So you get a little bit greedy as you go along. You have to sort of step outside yourself for a second and look back on the whole thing and realize how fortunate we are to even be in the position we're in. But at the same time, your ego gets bruised a little bit when you do well and you don't get the respect you feel you deserve. But that's a fleeting feeling for me, personally. It goes away because I just look back on how great it's been.
We've had a great job for 6 years.
Yeah.
It's been there's not one day that I've woken up and thought I don't want to go to work. And that's, like Ollie said, largely due in part to the people that are on set. We're just friends, and it makes being there and working a pleasant experience for everybody.
Yeah.